Hey guys, it's week 1.
Woo!
It's time for us to get back to football. Time for me to stop caring about my physical appearance, as you can see from the scruff. Obviously, the big story for the past couple of weeks still has been, as it has been all year long, Cam Newton. Is Cam's shoulder okay? Now it's, is Cam's foot okay? And the answer to both those questions for now, tentatively, is yes. So let's give it a little bit of a breather. And Cam was actually pretty good talking about that on Wednesday. And one thing I thought was interesting was he mentioned how much being vegan has helped him sort of feel better.
Vegan strong, you know what I'm saying? Feel good, I recover well, and that's what it's pretty much all about.
Everyone knows the reason we talk about Cam so much is because he is the face of this Panthers franchise, and realistically, he's the team's best player. This team only goes as far as Cam can take them. But that's what brings us to our main story this week, and that is the offensive line. Dum, da, dum. Now, the way that I like to think about an offensive line, and hear me out on this because it's going to seem a little bit silly, is I think about them like a house. The offensive line is going to be your foundation. And the Panthers this year have gone out and really tried to revamp that unit. They've done so much compared to last year. They re-signed Darrell Williams. They signed veteran center Matt Paradis to come in and replace Ryan Khalil, who retired and then unretired and is now making a sweet penny up in New York, although I don't know what you can get for mine. $9 million in New York rent. The team has 3 returning starters, Greg Van Roten, who's the only player who played all of the Panthers' offensive snaps last year, and then on the right side of the line, all-pro guard Trey Turner and right tackle Taylor Miller. So that's a formidable group. And so when we're talking about our house, those guys are the foundation. And from there, what they're going to do is a number of things. First off, obviously, they're going to build walls around Cam Newton so that Cam has time to throw, he has time to make decisions, he has time to be the Cam that the Panthers need him to be to have any level of success. They're also going to open up ways for running back Christian McCaffrey to get through. That's the door of the house. They're going to give him lanes to go and find success, and hopefully, potentially, be the 3rd player in NFL history to record 1,000 rushing and receiving yards in the same season. And the third thing that offensive line is going to enable the offense to do overall is to air it out over the top. That's building our roof. And you can't do that unless you've already established the walls around Cam and you've already established a run game with Christian. But airing it out over the top is something this offense was desperately and sorely lacking last season. And while Cam said on Wednesday that we don't care what type of offense we run, whether it's run and gun, controlling the clock, taking deep shots, we just want to have success. That deep ball really opens up the rest of what the Panthers are going to want to do offensively. And now with guys like Curtis Samuel and DJ Moore, they have the talent to go out and get that ball. So ideally, you have a foundation and your offensive line is building a nice little house here. Well, what happens if there's a crack in the foundation?
Newton in trouble.
Time for some final remarks, guys. Start the play clock. The Carolina Panthers offensive line isn't something that gets a lot of attention. It's sort of an afterthought. With all the glitzy skill positions and Cam Newton and Christian McCaffrey and a new defense, the offensive line sort of falls to the bottom of the totem pole as far as storylines are concerned. But realistically, they are somewhat of a fulcrum for this Panthers offense going forward. And there's still some question marks about whether or not they're going to be able to hold up over the course of a season. I've talking to a number of people around the organization. They have belief in the individual talent of each of those 5 offensive linemen. But how they come together is still something that's up in the air. And we're not going to see that in full until Sunday. The Los Angeles Rams have one of the best pass defenses and rush defenses in the entire NFL. This offensive line is going to be baptized by fire right from game 1. Those are my final remarks. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next week.